All right, let's get into the big news. And this is what everyone's probably here to talk about. This drop today. Emmanuel Clase and Luis Ortiz are indicted on a host of charges. I haven't even seen what the specific charges are yet, related to rigging bets. So we've been talking about this on and off all year. Ortiz has been arrested. Clase still not in custody from when I read the report. If found guilty on all charges, they could be facing 65 years. That's insane. For 5 to 7,000 was all they got per pitch that they threw, quote unquote. What was your initial thoughts when this report came across this afternoon?
This might be the dumbest crime in history, is what came to mind for me. I mean, these guys threw away multi-million-dollar careers to make $5 to $7 grand for some pitches. I will never understand what made, Luis Ortiz aside. This is Emmanuel Clase, one of the premier closers in baseball. Makes good money. Was going to make even more money, and he threw it all away for $7,000 per pitch.
Yeah,
I will never understand how somebody looks at it and goes, yeah, let's do this. This is an awesome idea. So I can make an extra 50 grand and throw away, 15 million bucks a season. I'll never understand what the hell he was thinking.
I'm with you. I'm like, man, like that money, like what the heck? It's like find it in their couch. But the more I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I'm with you, Mike, here. Like they had to have been in this deep with some people, is my guess. Like I don't I mean, I don't want to assume, but like I don't feel like this is like a group of buddies going in and placing a bet, and just being like, hey, like I get 7K out of the bets you place. I mean, maybe it was, but this to me just feels much deeper because of their careers, right? And the type of player Class A is to what, $20 million a year closer. I mean, it feels to me like this has got to be deeper than just surface level here.
Yeah. The only explanation is that there's more to it. Because I mean, why would you? Class A was scheduled to earn 6.4 million next year because it was his final year of arbitration. I mean, you can make $6 million a season or an extra 35 grand on the side. I don't know. It to me it makes no sense that these guys would do this unless there's some other pressure to it, or they just thought, screw it, like let's just go get a piece of the action, and they can't help themselves. But it just, I'm looking forward to the whole story coming out, and I'd love to actually hear it, because I can't make any sense of why these guys would do it. If they really did do it just for the hell of it, it is the stupidest crime I think that has ever occurred.
Yeah, agree. And the other thing that's sticking out to me that's glaring is the 65 years if found on all charges. So like this wasn't just a one-time thing, right? This couldn't have been. They said reports came out later that Class A possibly have been doing this since 2023.
Yeah.
That's a long time to be doing that. I don't 65 years. I mean, there's more heinous crimes out there than throwing a pitch in the dirt to earn 65 years that don't get 65. Now, these guys probably are not going to get 65 years, but still, the fact that these charges pile up to a possibility of 65 years means there's a lot there. There has to be a lot there.
Yeah, and these are considered to be pretty, in the grand scheme of fraud and things like that, when you're talking about wire fraud and things like that, like they're talking about with these guys, those are pretty decent crimes. And they get treated accordingly. Now, will these guys get 65 years? No. I mean, they'll probably get like 3 that'll all be like suspended. They'll get to defer their sentence like the Dodgers defer contracts. But I mean, will they serve 65 years? No. Will they probably serve a little bit of time? Sure. But more importantly, like they have literally just taking their careers, lit them on fire, and throwing them away over a few bucks for throwing some bad pitches. And Mike, your question is, did the FBI know? So the FBI actually contacted MLB and let them know what they knew, which is why MLB then suspended them. This was led out. This is not MLB's own investigation. This was brought to MLB's attention because they do believe Class A has been doing this for at least 2, if not 3 years. So this is not new to him.
Crazy.
And I was gonna say about this exact same thing next, Mike, was I feel like Class A and Ortiz are probably just a piece of the puzzle, probably a small one. I think there's a whole lot more, like Nick was alluding to, behind the scenes here that I think they hope these guys lead them to.
Yeah, and I put out like a half joking, half serious post about all these professional sports allowing DraftKings and BetMGM and FanDuel and all of these into professional sports being major sponsors. Now, I get the other arguments too, where it's like, we promote alcohol and cigarettes, but we tell the players like they can't drink and, be drunk on the bench, right? It's kind of the same thing, but it's not. Like, that gambling is a huge part of the integrity of the game. And you have a guy not in the Hall of Fame, the all-time hits leader, not in the Hall of Fame because of betting. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh no, he bet, it's bad. But oh yeah, we'll take their money. Like we'll let them sponsor. Like for me, that's talking out of both sides of your mouth there. It's very hypocritical in my eyes. I know it's not to some, and that's fine. But for me, that's a bad look for the MLB. And not just because these guys were, low lifes enough to do this and ruin the integrity of the game, but baseball is allowing that to happen. More instances of this is going to happen because betting is so easy to access across the country.
Yeah. Well, and we've said this for what, coming up on over a year now, where, MLB, we had those guys that got suspended and banned coming out of spring training this past year, where, they're betting on games, and we said it then, and we've said it over and over again. Like, as you continue to invite betting closer and closer and closer to the game, you are just opening this door.
Mm-hmm.
And MLB loves the money. I'm sure they love the sponsorships, everything comes with it, but this is going to keep happening. You have the whole Shohei Ippei thing. You had was it 3 guys in spring training? 1 got banned, 2 guys got suspended. You got this Clase A and Ortiz situation.
That was 2 years ago because Saul Frank pitched this year. It was 2 years ago.
Oh, that's right. 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That's right. It was Shohei. There's been way too many betting stories. But yeah, yep. I mean, you've got, as you keep inviting betting closer, this is the stuff that's going to happen. And your post, although, kind of tongue in cheek, is true. MLB on one side of the mouth is saying this is bad, don't do it. On the other side, it's like, well, geez, this segment sponsored by FanDuel. Thanks for the money, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Class A looks up at the scoreboard and it's like, oh, I have a bet that says I pitch first pitch strike. Well, I'm going to have all my friends go opposite and I'm going to throw the ball in the dirt. Problem solved. Yeah. Like, it's like these guys can see the odds they blast them all over the Jumbotron. It's crazy. Whatever.
Yeah. You just,
you
can't invite betting. You can't invite betting in and then be surprised when you get stung by it. You just can't.
And I'm not, for the record, I am not condoning what these guys did. I'm not.
No.
It completely ruins the integrity of the game. Not condoning this at all. But you have opened that door for more of this stuff to happen because you have brought the betting houses into your league. That's where I stand on that. So.
Yep. Yeah. You don't put cake on the counter if you're on a diet. You leave it out there long enough, you're going to go for it. Yeah. And you've just continued to invite betting closer and closer. Mm-hmm. And if I'm these guys and I'm looking around, it's like, yeah, everybody's making money off of me. What the hell? Where's my cut? I don't get any of these royalties. MLB is stacking this cash. Where's my piece of it?
Ouch. Ouch, Michael. Ouch.
Oh, no, he bet that you can math tonight.
Right, knowing that I can't.
Yeah. I was trying to spin a positive for you there, man.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. All right. I mean, anything else on this? I mean, it's just it's kind of hard to talk about in detail because we don't know all the details yet. We know the outer shell of it, but we don't know all the inner workings of why it's tallied up to 65 years if found guilty on all charges. But I mean, it's going to come out here soon. And we did call it. They were going to wait till after the World Series is over and the dust had settled. Then it's all going to come out. And here it is, not even a week later. So, yeah.
Yep.
Crazy.